Hey guys, how are we doing today? So I was in a coaching call with one of my clients last week, and she opened up to me and saying that she wasn't quite sure whether she was actually on the right track. So she felt that she was doing the right thing, but she wasn't quite achieving her goals, and this is where she was reaching out to me. So I have been doing this for decades now, and I understand the insecurities and frustrations of not being able to identify your life goals and determining whether you're actually on the right path. And it led me to come up with this list of things that should help you determine whether you're actually working towards your goals and achieving your dream life. So if you're excited about this video, I'd like you to hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget the bell to get notified every time I have a video online. So what are the 8 things that are going to help you determine whether you're on the right track or not? The first thing is simple. Do you get excited about getting out of bed in the morning? Do you feel supercharged and ready to go and get your day, work into your routine, getting into your teaching your clients, going to your studio, or perhaps teaching online, and whichever mode of teaching you've got? Okay, so I'm not talking about maybe not wanting to teach a particular client, or maybe you get up one day and having that odd day of not feeling that you really want to go and do your work. You don't want to go teach, you don't want to travel. Maybe the traveling time is starting to get to you. I get it. The odd day here and there is normal, is natural. At the end of the day, we're all human, right? But when it starts to get consistent and you're starting to feel this every single day and it's starting to drain you down, and you don't have the energy to get up and to get through your day, then you really need to look at the direction. Just check out whether you're on the right track or not. The second thing is that you're actually working in alignment and feeling the flow in everything that you do. So you're getting up in the morning, you may be getting your own workout, you're doing your own learning, you're working with your own teacher, you're doing your own self-development. Maybe you are working on your own business and you're trying to figure out how to run your business, and yet you're able to have that energy to be able to pass on and let that flow onto your clients. And that's going to really be noticeable when you are teaching your clients. It's going to come across as confident, it's going to come across as you know what you're doing, because of course you've practiced it in your body. And you know, with Pilates, it's very much of having your own self-practice and your own self-care in order for you to be able to pass what you know to your clients. And you're feeling happy and healthy and calm, and things are flowing easily in your body, and you know when to give the energy to your clients, and you know when to hold it back, and to know not to let any particular client get to you during the day. So there is a generous amount of flow and fluidity in your life, and everything is working at ease. The third thing is really about relationships. So when you know things are flowing right for you, you know you've got very good relationships with the people you're working with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, and with your clients. Having this unified relationship and knowing that everything is flowing nicely within your relationships, that you're not really having to get into tiffs and arguments with people, you know that things are moving forward and you really are on the right track. Now, of course, again, it's not going to mean that you're never going to have any particular incidents with people, especially with the people you love. But it's going to be a more controlled environment where you know that, yes, things can happen and you can have disaccords with people, and you know that you can have a misunderstanding with a client or with somebody you love, but you know that it can simply flow back through to a normal relationship after that. And likewise, you're going to have people who are your cheerleaders, who are going to give you all the positive feedback, who are helping you to get to your desired goals and your desired life. And you know these people are going to help you achieve your dreams, and then you're on the right track. So just keep going. The fourth thing is about looking at others and not focusing entirely on what your own goals are. And you're not even focusing on what you are doing or what you should be doing to achieve your goals. Okay, so you might find that in between client sessions or whenever you have a spare minute, you're there scrolling on your Instagram or on your social media pages, you're on your phone constantly just to check out what others are doing. Maybe you're checking to see what social media posts are your competition is doing, or checking out to see how many likes they're getting or what comments they're getting, and then trying to see what they're doing that is working and why is your social media activity not creating or generating the clients that you want. Looking at what your competition is doing and spending too much time on social media that's not actually being productive is not going to help you. It's not going to help you get on your right path, let alone stay on it. So you have to monitor your time on social media. Know that I am sure that many of us are guilty of doing that. And I know initially I was like that. That's that no self-confidence with you, or maybe the lack of self-confidence within you that is going to maybe distract you from your own goals and let you dive in to see what others are doing, just to say, well, okay, maybe I can outdo what they're doing, and then I'll be able to increase my own business and take their clients, because if the clients are engaging with their social media posts, they will engage with mine. Well, no, you got that totally wrong. Wasting your time and looking what others are doing, you're really taking your eyes off the ball on what you should be doing and who your target market is. Remember, your competitor's target market isn't necessarily your target market. Just because there's another Pilates studio 2 blocks away from you doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be attracting the same clients. And this is what you have to really focus on. You need to focus on who your target market is. And by spending a ton of time on social media and looking out at other people's posts and seeing whether you can outdo what they're doing isn't going to help you. It's not going to help you stay on track. Now, if you are focused on providing a better service for your target clients and creating strategies and creating posts that are going to engage your target clients to your social media, then everything is going to flow into alignment. And then yes, you are back on track. And you are going to get feedback on your posts and you are going to get engagement. Now this brings me on to the next thing, the 5th thing, which is procrastination. Oh, I could write a book about procrastination and the damage that does to self-development. Here, I just want to say that this could be an act that you are doing in your daily routine that is keeping you away from actually achieving your goals and staying on track to achieve your goals. Things like scrolling on your phone all day, and maybe even if it is for 10 to 15 minute periods at a time, you are not using that time productively to be able to move on with your business and with teaching your own clients and maybe doing your own research. But if you're just on social media just because you want to see what other people are doing and getting distracted by all this, then you are literally procrastinating, and that is not helping you. Now, write in the comments below if you are guilty of doing this. The 6th thing is pushing through very difficult decisions and difficult times. How easily can you push through a difficult period? Now, please don't get me wrong. We all have difficult periods of maybe the day, the week, the month, the year. If you are going through a really difficult period for a long time, then you're obviously, there's something that's not quite in alignment in your life. So that's something where you really seriously do need to seek some help. Of course, having the odd patch of difficult time, or perhaps where you need to make a difficult decision, is something that you need to learn to overcome. And then you'll be able to achieve your goals, and you'll be able to make the right decisions to be able to achieve these goals. Now, if you have difficulty making decisions, or perhaps you feel that once you've made a decision, you regret the decision that you made, or maybe you want to seek approval from others, whether that would be your family, your friends, or your clients, you keep wanting to seek approval to see whether you've actually made the right decision, then it's time to rethink your process, rethink your decision making, or rethink your level of confidence. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to be assertive all the time and make the right decisions all the time, but going through a process of getting informed, doing your research, and finding out as much as you can about this particular issue that you've got, and then taking an empowered, informed decision, then there's no reason why you should be going back on that. And then if you do feel, okay, maybe this wasn't the right decision, then take it as a learning curve for your next time when you need to make a difficult decision like this. I've had to make some very difficult decisions in my personal life and in my businesses, like many of you, I'm sure. There were times where I felt that perhaps the decisions that I made weren't the right ones, but I never regretted any decisions that I made because they were the ones that pushed me to the level where I wanted to be. If you are in alignment with where you are and where you want to be in your life, you know that these difficult decisions are going to be the ones that are going to be pivotal for you to make that next step, to go to that next level, and of course then achieve your goals. Are any of these hitting home for you guys? Let me know with a like or a comment below the video. The seventh thing to know that you're on the right path is that you're actually not looking at the clock. So I was so guilty of this when I first started, and I still have the same passion since the very first day. So I remember being super excited about teaching my clients that I would go through the hour and not having finished the repertoire. So I'd be thinking, oh my goodness, I really maybe wasted some time here in getting excited and teaching the client that I perhaps missed the whole repertoire or missed some of the repertoire. Of course, time has taught me to put all this right, and it was the experience that helped me go through it. But then I have the same feeling whenever I'm doing projects and I've got a really interesting project, I'm all in. I'll start, I go through the day, even sometimes through the night, and then I get to the end of the day and think, oh my goodness, I haven't even had time to stop and eat. But it was because I'm excited about it. It's a project that I'm really interested to do. And I know that I'm doing the right thing and I can't wait for the project to finish. I have that internal motivation and energy, so I don't want that work to stop. I want to keep going. And I never get depleted. I might get a little bit tired, yes, but I never deplete myself out of the energy. And I get asked so many times, how do I do this? Where do I get the energy to do this? The answer is simple. I love what I do. I love it and I will continue doing it because I have the passion for it. The energy is a clear sign for you to keep going. You've got the motivation to keep going, and yes, you are on the right track. If I ever feel bored, I know this is not for me and I quickly move on, I change direction. And this is something you need to figure out as well. If you're starting to feel bored, then you know you're gonna have to change direction. And the eighth final thing, and in my eyes it is the most obvious thing that to know whether you're on the right track, is when you see that you've got people commenting about what you're doing and giving you feedback and saying, wow, you know, they're all patting you on the back, saying you're doing a great job. Wow, it's amazing. Well done. I'm so proud of you. You're doing a fantastic job. I wish I had the energy to do what you're doing. And you know that you are on the right track. But it's not to say that you need to look for feedback, for approval from others, from third parties. It's not to say that. There's just that little icing on the cake to know that you're actually doing the right thing. Now, one thing that I've learned through all this is that we are not here to make decisions on our own. We are not here just to make decisions and be responsible for our decisions on our own. No, we are here to be of service. And being of service, meaning we're there helping others, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have the ability to make all our decisions and take our steps on our own. This is where we need to reach out to others, professionals in their own industry, to be able to help us achieve our goals. And I am forever grateful to my teachers, to my coaches, to all the people who came across my life to be able to help me achieve my goals. And I wish for you to be able to understand that decisions are taken when you are well informed, to be able to take that step going into the right track, keeping you on that right track, keeping you on the right path to your goals. So don't be afraid to take advice from people, seek help from others who are there to support you and lead you and be your cheerleaders. I really hope that this video has perhaps given you some insights of whether you're on the right track or not, and I'd love you to hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget the bell, and hit comments below and see whether you have found something of value in this video. I'd really like to hear to see what your biggest takeaways have been from watching this video. Write them down in the comments below. Until my next video, goodbye guys.